In this segment, you will learn skills to improve your questioning techniques. Before we begin, if you have not done so already, please download the documents that go with this segment. The most important skill you can have as a service advisor is the ability to ask good questions. Questions will assist you in a number of areas. First, good questions can help set a positive tone for your interaction with the customer. Second, questions are the means by which you gather information to find out what is wrong with your customer's vehicle. Next, in order to sell benefits, you need to find out about your customer. As I pointed out in the Building Value in the Service Process video, as well as the Feature and Benefit video, gross profit and increased customer satisfaction are made when you find out what is important to your customer and then show them how your products and services benefit them. The best way to do this is through questioning. Finally, questions can help you develop a rapport with your customer. I will discuss the importance of each of these as well as tell you how to use questioning techniques effectively. Remember, in order to find out information from your customer, you have to get them to start talking and you have to stop talking. Questions are the way to achieve this. Questions can help you set the correct tone when you first meet a customer, as well as throughout the service process. As I discuss in the consultative selling video, you want to be constantly increasing a customer's trust in you while reducing their anxiety. Proper questioning techniques can help you do this. Knowing when to ask a certain question and when to wait until later will determine whether or not your customer's trust is going up or if their anxiety is. For example, trying to sell your customer a brake service without first checking the customer's service history or asking them about it could cause you to put yourself in a situation where you are trying to sell them something the customer recently had done. If, however, after checking the customer's service history, you find out that the last time they were in you suggested a certain service and they tell you they have not had it done, then you should ask them if they want that service performed. In this instance, you would also be building value by showing the customer that you keep track of their vehicle's service history. In addition, greeting a customer with a question like, "Great day out today, isn't it?" is better than greeting them with the question, "How can I help you?" Throughout the service process, asking questions in a way that shows that you are really interested in their answers will help you to increase your customer's trust and reduce their anxiety. So, use questions to help set a positive tone with your customers. When a customer either calls you or comes into the service drive with a problem, you should be using questions to uncover the specifics behind the concern. As a service advisor, it is your job to determine the symptoms the vehicle is experiencing and then convey these via the repair order to the technician. The technician will then diagnose the vehicle. You can aid the technician in diagnosing the concern by getting a very detailed explanation of the symptoms. Questions are the best tool you have for achieving this. For example, if a customer were to tell you his vehicle is making a strange noise, you will need to get much more information for the technician. So, you should ask the customer questions like, what does the noise sound like? When does it occur? At what speeds? Where is the noise coming from? The answers to these questions will help the technician diagnose the problem in an efficient manner. We spend more time talking about this in the Writing the Repair Order video. In the Features and Benefits video, we discuss the importance of finding out what is important to your customers. In order to sell benefits, not features, you need to know what your customers' so-called hot buttons are. For example, are they safety conscious or are they more interested in saving money? Is the cost of today's service more important than saving money in the long term? Is resale value important to them, or is their lease about up? Do they drive with children in the car? Are they planning on retiring anytime soon? The answers to these questions will help you sell the customer the benefits of the features of your products and services. For instance, if you have a customer who is retiring in a few weeks, then saving on future repairs may be more important than saving money today. In order to find this out, you would need to ask some questions after the customer mentions their retirement. If, on the other hand, you were not paying attention when they mentioned that they were retiring, you missed some great information that would have helped you sell this customer your products and services and improve rapport with them. As you can see, questions are the linchpin to being able to sell benefits instead of features. Questioning skills are useful in helping you develop rapport and a long-term relationship with your customers. If your customers represent a cash register to you, then your goal is going to be to ring up as many sales as fast as possible. However, if you think your customers represent a long-term relationship or an ongoing partnership, the result can be a short and long-term win-win. Questions will help you open the door to win-win. Customers are constantly giving you information. However, you need to make sure you are following up the information they give you with good questions. By doing this, you will be getting information about the customer that you can use not only to sell them something today, but also to help you build a relationship with them for the future. I want to give you skills to not only sell to the customer that just came in the door, but also to develop a relationship with that customer so that you can continue to service their vehicle and have them purchase their next vehicle from your dealership. Good questioning skills will help you to achieve this. For example, when a customer tells you they need their car by 5 p.m. because they are going to the Yankee game, make sure you ask the next question. That question is, are you a Yankee fan? If I did not ask that question, and when he picks up his car, I say something like, "Go Yankees," he might say, "Actually, I'm a Tiger fan." This exchange would not increase your rapport with this customer. However, if you ask them if they are a Yankee fan, and they told you they like the Tigers, you could then ask them if they lived in Detroit or were from Detroit. For you non-sports fans, the Tigers are from Detroit. When the customer tells you he grew up in Detroit, perhaps you live there also, or have friends or relatives there. If you do, you just connected with this customer on a personal basis and started to develop a relationship with them that transcends their vehicle. This occurred because you asked a question. Keep in mind, it was the second question that gave you the information you needed. Questions are a very powerful tool that can help you sell more maintenance and repairs with increased gross profit and customer satisfaction. Now that you know how questions can help you to be more successful, let's get into questioning techniques. Just to make sure we are all on the same page, I want to discuss the different types of questions. Close-ended questions are those that require a yes or no or short answer. What time is it is a closed-ended question. These questions usually take longer to ask than to answer. Open-ended questions are questions that require a more thorough answer. These questions usually take longer to answer than to ask. Both types of questions can be used as you gather information from your customers. Sometimes you'll want a more in-depth answer, so you will use an open-ended question. Other times you may want to just confirm something the customer had previously stated, so we'll use a closed-ended question. One type of open-ended question that gives you more information is called a drill-down question. This type of question requires the customer to elaborate or give more information. For example, saying something like, "Go on," or "Tell me more," instructs the customer to elaborate on what they just told you. Drill-down questions, that second or third question, is where you will get the information you are really looking for. When you ask questions, make sure you focus on the customer. Questions must be relevant. Your questions must be made in response to what your customer said. Key in on the words they are saying. The customer says, "I was impressed with your competitor." Don't go into your pitch. Instead say, "What is it that impressed you?" This is also an example of a drill down question. The answer to this question will start to give you information you will need to show the customer the benefits of your service. However, it is just a start. The next question will give you even more information. As you ask questions, the service process is moving along and you are getting the information you need to determine which features of your products and services are going to be benefits to your customer. You can then sell them those benefits. When asking questions, it is easy to fall into the trap where you stop having a conversation with the customer and start interrogating them instead. If you ask questions, especially closed-ended questions, in succession, one after the other, it can sound like an interrogation. For example, if a customer says his car is making a funny noise, you may say things like, "What does it sound like? When does it occur? How often does it occur?" Asking questions like this will not only not create the right tone with your customer, it will also increase their anxiety, which will make them less likely to open up and share with you the information you need to service their vehicle. Instead, you should be using what I call cushions. Before each of these questions, you can cushion it with something like, "Do you mind if I ask?" "I'm wondering." "I'm curious." "Would you like to tell me?" "By the way." "Tell me more." "Go on. I sense there's more to this story." Back to my example from before. You could have said, "I'm curious, what does it sound like?" Or, "Do you mind if I ask how often does it occur?" These cushions make the question sound more conversational, which will increase trust and reduce anxiety. I would like to go over a few other things. First, questions should always be used to gain information from the customer. Do not use questions to show how smart you are. Use them to get smarter. In addition, do not answer your own question. Do not try and rescue the customer. Let them answer and know when to shut up. Meaning, after you ask a question, stop talking. There is nothing wrong with a little silence. Next, stay on topic. Don't ask a question that goes away from the topic just because the customer gave you an objection you did not want to hear. Also, do not get defensive. If the customer says, "That price does not fit my budget," don't say, "How important is quality to you?" Instead, ask about their budget as it relates to their future service needs. This will show them that you are listening to them and will build value in your service process. Customers will give you all the information you need to sell them your products and services, provided that you ask the questions to get that information. The path to having a customer agree to have the work you suggested performed is through customers' wants and needs. Questions are the driver. Asking good questions really comes down to using questions in order to understand the customer's thinking so that you can position and close. Let's take a look at a role play of me using questioning techniques with a customer. Okay, Michael, let me just pull you up here on the computer so I can get your information in. Okay, a couple of things. I still have you at 123 Main Street, Ramsey. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, and I have your cell number as 555-1212. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, is that the best number to contact you at today?
Yes. Yeah, for the next few hours, use that number.
Okay. Also, we can email you or text message you if that would be more convenient for you.
Yeah, not today, but in the future, you can email me. My email address is mike@aol.com.
Okay.
By the way, how's your son making out in baseball this year?
He's doing good. Thanks for asking. In fact, he's in the playoffs next weekend.
Wow. Well, congratulations. Tell him good luck for me.
Thanks.
All right. Now, your appointment today was for an oil change.
Right.
And we're going to also, based on the inspection, that side view mirror, we're going to give you an estimate on.
Yes.
Okay. Now, will you be waiting for your vehicle to be done, or are you going to?
No, my wife's supposed to pick me up today.
Okay, no problem. I noticed you haven't had any maintenance done on your vehicle here since your 10,000-mile service. Have you had maintenance done elsewhere?
No, it's always serviced here.
Just here. Okay. Well, I'm curious. Do you plan on keeping your vehicle a while?
Definitely, definitely over 70,000. Probably running up to closer to 80,000 miles.
Well, based on the fact that you're going to keep it a while and that you currently have 31,250 miles on it, we would recommend you do a 30,000-mile service.
Okay.
And let me tell you what's involved in that. We're going to replace the engine oil and filter, which is what you were in for anyway.
Right.
We're going to replace the engine air filter, replace the engine coolant, replace the brake fluid, replace the air condition filter, replace the fuel tank cap gasket. We're going to replace the batteries in your keyless entry.
Okay.
We're going to rotate the tires, which actually can extend the life of the tires, which can save you money down the road.
Right.
We're going to adjust the tire pressure, and then we're also going to take it for a road test.
Okay.
And actually, with many of those items, our customers who have had a 30,000-mile service actually report better gas mileage.
Sure.
And then our technician will also inspect all of these items.
Okay.
And the reason they inspect those things is to make sure that nothing's wrong with them currently. With the last thing you want to do is be on the road down in South Jersey on a sales call and break down.
Exactly.
So we're going to inspect those things for you as well. We'll also do a courtesy car wash and vacuum inside. And finally, I know your wife's coming to pick you up, but if you want to tell her to not pick you up, we can give you a loaner car courtesy too.
Okay.
As well.
That's okay for today.
So, and all of that once again is $389. So would you like us to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, we should get this done.
Great.
In this role play, you should have noticed a few things. First, I asked questions based on the information that the customer was giving me. In some cases, I asked that he elaborate, so I used drill down questions. At other times, I did not drill down. You know what information you need. Therefore, you should be able to determine when to drill for more information and when to move on. In one case, I asked about his son because there was a note in the customer's history about his son playing baseball. This question might not help me sell him something today, but it will help me develop rapport. By developing rapport, I increase the customer's trust and reduce their anxiety. Next, you should have noticed how I used cushions to make the question sound more conversational. If you missed any of this, go back and take another look at the role play. As you can see, if you want to sell more maintenance and repairs with more gross profit and increased customer satisfaction, you must master the art of questioning. Asking questions will help you get all the information you need to not only sell your customer something today, but also keep them coming back to you for all of their vehicle service needs. Once again, thanks for watching.